Hello, my name is Joshua Colley, and I'm submitting this video as the final assignment for my Introduction to Graduate Studies in the College of Education class. The assignment is about dispositions and educators. And disposition is just kind of a personality trait that inclines someone towards something. And the emergence of those traits kind of creates a good educator. So today, I want to talk about three things. One, the dispositions that I have. Two, the dispositions that I don't have. And three, what does an educator really look like and what guides their actions? So for myself, the dispositions that I have, one of them would be that I believe that all students can learn something foundational in my entire career. I think that when I have a difficult student, for instance, I always think about how that student might react in a different class with a different teacher. And I'm convinced that they're difficult for me, but they might not be difficult for other people. Now, if they're not difficult for them, if they can succeed in a different class, that means that there's something that that teacher's doing, and I could probably learn how to do it in some form or fashion. So I'm not hopeless and I'm not helpless. It means that I don't get a bad class of students. I have an obligation to figure out how to engage them, how to reach them. And it is possible for me to do. I can do that as a teacher. All students can learn, and also I can teach them because I can learn how to do that. I also think that I promote curiosity. I don't see the world as a kind of a set of facts and figures. I see the world as this treasure trove of things that can be unveiled and unlocked. I'm always trying to push my students to look at the world a little deeper than they were able to do before. I want to focus on foundations. I want to focus on why things are. And I think that when we focus on those things, the world becomes this wonderful, mysterious place that can be unlocked. That's how the teachers who taught me most effectively approach the world, and that's how I try to approach it with my students too. That everything is interesting, and if something's not interesting, it's not because of the subject itself. It's because I haven't learned what makes it interesting. So my job as a teacher is partly how do you unlock that interest in anything? There are no boring subjects, no boring novels, no boring grammar, no boring anything. All there is something fascinating that I could show my students how to be fascinated in. Now, two, what things do I need to work on? One of them is reflection. I reflect a ton before the assignment. My tendency is to not reflect on it after. This has been a personality trait of mine for many years. Like I said, I put a lot of emphasis in creating the thing. I spend a lot of effort in the forefront. And then often, whenever it rolls out, I might reflect in the moment. For instance, if I give a lesson first period, then um, I might reflect and then make some adjustments second period and then third period or whatever. But very rarely do I sit down and actually write down, record what those differences are. Um, I'm also not the best at community involvement. I Part of it is a philosophical thing. I treat my juniors especially as more adult-like, and so I don't contact parents and things like that. Um, but um, I think reaching out to the community around me to help is something that I haven't done very well in the past. Now, how should educators see the world? What should their guiding focus be? And I think it's what I said at the beginning. An educator should see the world as an exciting treasure trove of information that they can pass on. An educator is someone who their very nature, everything in their being, attempts to show the people around them how to see the world properly, how to do the things properly. It's something that's just intrinsic in us. A good educator is going to see that the world is interesting, fascinating, and can be known.